All right, a very good afternoon to you. Apologies for the late start. This is Good Afternoon Ghana, and it's Friday. So today we're taking it on a different tangent, something different, something, you hardly probably find on TV for anybody who want to come and teach us about. But this afternoon, since it's Friday, you probably will be interacting with a lot of people, right? So I want you to do things and do it rightly. Since most of you are complaining about the behaviors of your sons and daughters, even graduates, even we the adults, sometimes we mess up. So there's a lot that we want to learn. So we're going to, have fun with we'll call her the etiquette consultant, right? Etiquette consultant. She's GLADYS Desbordes. Is it Desbordes? Desbordes. Okay, so Desbordes Hill. And she is an etiquette consultant. I'm sure you heard etiquette when you were in I don't know, like in Agatha or something. Like you've never heard it. The word is some old word. So we've forgotten about etiquette. A lot of things we don't do it rightly. But this afternoon, we're going to be reminding you of some of these things. And let's see how we can refresh your memory and make life better for you. It's going to be fun. So stay with us here on Good Afternoon Ghana. Let's take a breather. When we come back, I will introduce the guest and then we'll start talking briefly. All right, you're welcome back. I'm sure if you've had a personal interaction with me, you would know that I'm super excited about this thing that I was going to do, because the topic was thrown to me just about 2 days to Friday. I was like, I'm doing it on Friday, so I couldn't help back. And if you meet Anakume anyway, say thank you to him. He's the one that actually pushed me to this one, and I said I was doing it on Friday because I would love to, have the experience. So the woman with a very strange name, maybe if they mention you might not even be able to associate, because Gladys, they will be the Gladys, and then they will say the boards. If you see the name and the spelling, you will pronounce it differently. So I'm no different. And then there is Hill. So GLADYS Desbordes Hill is an etiquette consultant. You're welcome. Good afternoon to you. Thank you. And apologies for the late start anyway. We had a bit of studio hold up. Right.
Understandable.
Yes, thank you so much. So what I'm throwing to you this afternoon is getting postures and courtesies right. Getting postures and courtesies right. Somebody may maybe even ask this woman, okay, why is this woman coming to teach us about courtesies? Who is she? So I can tell you that she actually went to finishing school in London called Lucy Clayton. And from the mid-70s to 90s, she was actually top 3 fashion designers in Ghana.
Yes.
Hey, are you still doing it?
Right.
On the side. On the side. So it's Cher's Julie, Saint Osei Fashion Home. And hers was also Lady Butterfly Fashions.
Mine.
Okay, those were in the top 3 of fashion designers in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. All right. Anyway, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So generally, maybe tell us, you have a school,
yes,
right, about this etiquette, and people actually apply.
Yes.
It's Be a Lady Grooming and Etiquette School.
Yes. I
have quite a number of problems with ladies today.
Yes.
But sometimes if you don't approach it properly, you might end up offending people.
Yes.
What do you think is the behavior of our today, our generational ladies? How are we looking like with your background of etiquettes and Be a Lady School?
Yeah. First, I must say thank you for having me on this program. And the school should have been opened maybe some 20, 30 years ago, but I did not find it so pressing. But now, it's very pressing because almost everything we do it wrongly, especially the women. And we were going to start with women. Then we found out that even the women, they were not forthcoming. They wanted their children to come and learn whatever it is, and then they will learn from the children at home. And so we decided to now slow the women enrollees down and do children, especially young adults. So I know the question is, what is even a finishing school?
Yes.
Or what is the grooming or the etiquette school about? The finishing school started in Europe precisely in Switzerland in the 1860s. Those days, young women were not working. They were prepared to go for marriage. So because of that, they had lots of private schools that taught young adults social graces, manners, then upper class lifestyle or upper class cultural behaviors, so that they can enter the world not feeling left out, but they can enter the world with so many different good values that a woman should have.
Yeah.
So this is basically what finishing school is. But the finishing school, as soon as you go anywhere and you find a book on the head of a lady, that is our signature tune. Then it means something about finishing school is happening there. The book, she will demonstrate it in a minute, is just to give you an upright standing or a good posture. Because if the book tilts, you will tilt your head, and that's what we do. People are no more sitting straight.
Yeah.
They're slouching, they're tilting this way. So the book is to train you at home, wherever, how to first have a good posture, standing. So she will put the book on the head and we'll see whether it has held.
So just in case you see someone strange I haven't introduced, we have someone who to illustrate what she'll be talking about on screen. So when you see, it's not off screen, please. She's still part of the program. So I mean, I think the cameraman can start picking her to demonstrate what we're talking about. Okay, so that's the lady in the picture. Tell us what she's doing.
Yes, so what she has done is that she has a book on the head. And as soon as she put the book on the head, you can find that her shoulders, her head, everything is straight, including even there. So to practice a good posture, I will advise all the ladies or the young adults looking at this program to start with the book on their head. Then they can say they have a straight posture or upright posture. So
you mean they should practice it literally if you're home and you want to, you know, learn how to sit straight?
Yes.
Sometimes some of you do it too much. They sit really straight.
That is also too artificial. You just have to, and I will come to the sitting too, because even the standing, it's not so much of being fashionable or classy. Yeah. But it's for your spine health. Before I went to Lucy Clayton, I used to slouch a lot. So I started having a back pain. But by the time they told me loosen your shoulder, drop your shoulder, have your back, it's gone. Because my spine is now, you know, straight than before. So it's not so much of being stylish, but also health. Of course, she looks classy now that she's standing straight. So her shoulders are round. So if somebody comes to the school, you will first teach the person to have a good standing posture. That's what she has.
Why is the book the one to use to?
The book is just to let her gaze be straight. Without the book, she will tend to go, yes, you will tilt left or right, or some people go like this or down. But because you don't want to drop the book, you are forced to gaze straight. And that's the beginning of the whole finishing school poses. You must have a book to practice. But if you're somebody who do not have that problem, you can do the rest of the things we come in to talk about without a book on your head. Okay. So you can remove the book.
Okay. So now let's go on to
other things that we do. So once you get a posture, mind you, I will not tell all, because I will want for everybody to come to the school. Yeah. So I will point the important things all ladies should know. Before I went to finishing school, my mother used to say that all female are women, but not all women are ladies. So she
Can you repeat that?
All females are women, but not all women are ladies. So before you become a lady, there should be some training. Even their days, they used to have traditional training, like in Krobo, we hear of the depot and things like that. So the training is just to let a lady look poised, behave better, be polite, and all that is lost now. So now that, you know, I'm very much in age, that I should rest, I feel very pressed to have the school, because I feel that if nobody brings that school, then the women will be in trouble, or even the men. So we started teaching people one-on-one. Most of the people don't want to come to class. They want you to go to their homes to teach them how to stand properly too. So she's now standing properly. You can drop the book and, drop the book.
Okay, you can just drop it on the floor.
Drop on the floor, So she's now standing properly. That's not enough. There are so many styles.
Okay, if the cameras can pan from her shoes upwards.
Yeah,
so
so
that,
we're coming to
yes, we appreciate the standing properly with posture we're talking about. Okay, I'm sure they will do that.
Yeah, so she's standing properly now, and the best way to stand for a lady is to stand what the army say at ease.
At ease.
You know, there is a tension, your legs are together. You cannot stand like this for long. But when it's at ease, you can stand for hours.
Okay, can we see her legs, please? Okay. Okay, so we're panning outwards, so you can see. So this is at ease.
At ease. So do
her
the
legs
attention.
Are open.
You know, this you cannot sustain.
Can't do this.
You cannot sustain
this. Is an attention position.
Yeah, you can't sustain it. But at ease, like this, a lady can stand like that for the longest time. How
about, as we say in the news, your best foot or your left foot forward?
Yeah, we come into all that. This is so good. We call it 1A. It's so good because this is what you can do in front of a chief, an elder, or any senior person. You can stand like this and there will be no offense. Then you have the B that you can bring one foot forward, tilt it a bit, then that's it. That's it. Now you can also do that. But then
I remember.
Now you remember.
I remember. I know. One time, I think I was being reprimanded by my grandmom, and I think I stood like this, and then my uncle screamed, "Jinaye, why are you standing there like?"
That's it.
Yeah, because I had tilted my leg like that.
Yes, that is not acceptable. Especially, that's why my finishing school is going to be one of its kind. It's not just the European culture. You see my curriculum, I have fused the local cultures, Ghanaian cultures in, so that nobody make a mistake and go and stand in front of a chief. There is a beautiful style that would be so nice for you. It's called body-body standing, body-body crossing. You can't go and do this in front of any chief. You are in trouble, or even your father or any elderly person. But these are all different.
That reminds me, I'm looking on screen and I'm seeing how I am sitting. I'm also crossed I've also crossed my legs, and she's crossed. When you're sitting as a lady, you can cross like that, right?
Yes, I'm coming to it right now.
Okay, great.
So I just want to cover the legs.
This one, okay.
We have left some of the few styles. When I finish, I'll show you one that is nice for your legs, the standing.
Okay.
So we will just do this body-body crossing.
Body-body crossing.
Yes, you just cross, and you can stand in a football park, and talk to your friends for hours on this, because once you cross it, your weight has gone on one leg. When you get tired, you can switch and cross. See? So beautiful. So it gives you, the whole thing is for you to look elegant, the whole finishing thing, for you to look nice and things like that. So for the sitting, you need a chair. So if somebody can give...
Can we please give her a chair?
A chair, not tall. This chair, the first one is very good.
I think this one is fine. Okay.
Very good, that one. The chair too.
Okay, everybody look at my floor manager. She's coming into camera.
Okay, the first one I sat on.
Okay, then better. I think she can use this one. There's one there.
Okay. So that she can show the
Okay, Joe, as we wait for the chair, we're just having some studies about etiquette. And be a lady. It sounds so feminist. Why?
But we're doing men too very soon.
We do men too. Okay, so Henry, you are considered.
Yes. And he's having a complimentary, so anytime. Just because we put a lot on women, that's why we're emphasizing on the women. But the men too, you have all these poised women, and the men themselves are not suave. So we decided to teach them something that will let them complement ladies. So normally almost 90% of the women sitting on this chair, they will slam themselves in without thinking. So slam yourself in like this. That's what they do. But it's so ugly if you are looking at it. So stand up and sit. As
a lady.
Like a lady, you see? Straight back. So beautiful.
So when you enter into an office, you're looking for a job, and then you enter, and sometimes when you enter, the bosses are busy. They, you know, raise their heads and they're looking at you from head to toe, and they say, "Have a seat."
Yeah.
So have a seat, then you slouch.
No, and then immediately
it can
the boss
disqualify you.
Yes, the boss says that I'm going to have one.
No. This one is not organized.
And even what you said, you know, we train it in the sense that we came here and nobody had given us a chair. Okay. We stood there. Okay. That's another
they said,
thing.
"Oh, please, you can."
Always. But lots of people, you enter somebody's office looking for a job, you go find yourself a seat, you are disqualified. The person will disqualify you. So when you sit like this, what happens is that most of us, they say we're artistic. We talk with our hands. I see you doing it. So in order not to let the interviewer or whoever you want to see look at you as some rude person throwing, because I will say, "Oh, a tall this and a short this," because I always use mine. So you you put your left and you clasp your hand in like this, and you can never do like this. So the interviewers see you sitting and you look so poised on your one side, and that's it. And look at yourself now. So beautiful.
Guys, I'm learning so fast.
So with this, it will not let you throw your hands in front of people. And that is what. So the sitting, this is called a tradition.
I promise you, I threw my hand one time. I'm left-handed.
You almost got into trouble.
I got into trouble. Because I had people sending me messages, "Annie, please, you're using your left hand too much."
Look at that.
So I'm so sorry. Oh, but you know, sometimes on TV, like what we're doing, it's different when I'm in an office. But on TV, I have to be demonstrating. But you know, in Ghana, if you're demonstrating with your right hand, they don't have a problem.
Left, there is
exactly.
a problem.
For left, they will have. So you have lessons for people like us, right? Okay.
Yes, for them not to use their left hand. Even serving food. Okay. Because you are left-handed, you may go and touch somebody's plate. The person may not eat the food. Yes. And to me, it's nothing. But
are we not too extreme with some things?
It's our tradition. We have to go with it. Yeah. I was telling the school that how she's sitting, for example, if you remember Queen Elizabeth, this is how she sat for the 90-something years of her life. She never crossed her legs. So it means we must have learnt that from England. And then as the years passed by, we changed into all kinds of different crossing and things like that. But this is a very nice way of sitting. We call it Queen Elizabeth pose or traditional way of sitting. Is
it a school that's put it on the pose, or generally that's the name?
Yes, traditional or Queen Elizabeth.
Wow. This woman has achieved a lot.
2 legs just together, like knees together, and you can't see nothing. The whole thing is the closure here, so nobody can see what is in between here. So
and the reason behind it is because women, we wear a lot of skirts. We don't, I mean,
especially the young girls.
I do it to children. I think children are critical when it comes to that because they play a lot and they're not very conscious. So you really need to teach them right from infancy how to sit as a lady and all that. Okay.
There is a pose because of you. I will let her do it because you did it. She would just put her leg, the stylish way of sitting. She put her leg and crossed this and then brought it in. You see, nobody will ever see anything. And it's so beautiful because of your legs. So if you sit like that, and you can slant it too, if you have to, you know, just sitting straight, but you slant it, slant it. Makes you look so different. So classy.
You're excited about your job.
Anyway, so we will just run it through. So this is some of the different ways of sitting. Still, you can see that her back is straight. And it's very important. That's why the learning of the posture is important. So she will get up from the chair and watch something. She got up like this. The reason why she was able to get up like that, there are some chairs that have long seating and some are short. This is short. So every chair, if it's long seating, you don't have to occupy all. You have to occupy just half, so that when you're getting up, either than that, if you go like this, when you're getting up, that's when the... So look at
so when you talk about the long seat, you're talking about where the seat is.
The seat is long.
Where your butt is actually...
Yeah, it's long. You have to occupy. And now, etiquette allows you to even put your bag behind. So especially from stealing too. But the space here, you cannot put your bag there and it's allowed. Okay. So with that, you can, so sit half of the chair and get up, you see. So elegant, but if she was behind, she would have come forward, wobble a bit before getting up. So all these are very important. Then it comes to certain basic things, walking. That is what is killing me now. There are two ways of walking. The one that they call catwalk, and that is simply how a real cat walks. A real cat peels the heel and come. That is for the runway or for the beauty pageant or for models. For models. Yeah. They walk that deep crossing. Yeah. But for an elegant woman, you just have to make sure your toe comes in front, your heel rather, comes in front of your toe, and you are walking elegantly. So let's see how you will walk without deep crossing. You see, so it's not deep crossing. But that's how a lady should walk. You stretch your leg from the heel in front of the toe, heel in front of the toe. That if you practice that, funerals, everywhere you go, everybody looks at you like, oh, this is the nice lady coming. So it's not so much for attention or anything, for you yourself. Even the walking right has lots of benefits in terms of health. Because if you walk right, it means you are balanced well. You have, so the whole posture is how you align your body and hold it straight. That's the posture. So all that is also health related. But isn't it necessary to be doing catwalk? No. Some people... That is what I'm saying. Like you are in a car, you see somebody crossing and trying to... It's for the show. It's for the runway. A lady walks elegantly. But you must not, because lots of them too, the catwalk is supposed to cross without your body shaking. Yeah. But because we've not been taught, when we do like this, then you see the hips going left, right, and it's very, very nasty when you look at it. So just walk elegantly without doing deep crossing. There's this cat model, I like his page. I think I can't remember his name. But the cat has been trained in such a way that he knows he's a model. So they just put things on it. And, wow. And yes, and it works. I should have taken the video of this cat. Then we would have played it. I'm sure we'll have you again, maybe for the men, the next time you come. Yeah. And the cats will majestically that's how they got the catwalk. Yes, they got it from a real cat. So nice. It's so beautiful. Yes. They, with the cat. And they take their time. They don't go like they are walking. It's like slow. They are peeling their heel. Exactly. And bringing it. Yes. And like this. Yes. And like they take it just one step after the other. It's so beautiful. So you want to do catwalk and you're going to work. How can you do catwalk? Yes. So that is what we have to know, the difference, that there is the elegant way of walking. That is simply your walk, but not coming chaka, but just walking like how. But can you do brisk walking? Yes, you can. As a lady? You can, without doing matching. Most people, when they do brisk walking, something happens to them, they match. Your hands should be just on your body. Relax. Just relax. So your walk will move your hand. So it's not too much in front of you and it's not too much stiff. Okay. Don't do much with it. Leave it and walk. You can walk briskly, don't match. That one is accepted. Okay. But normally, ladies should not run for anything. That's why God made us ready. We're not supposed, ladies, we are not supposed to run. The feminists today are running. They won't be happy with you. But we're not supposed to run. We have to get it by walking majestically, nicely, and still get it instead of. And some of us, they were failed. We've been running out of skelter. Yes. And when the men see that you're running, they allow you to run. Yeah. You slowly walk, then they will run for you. That's the whole thing. Yeah. Why should I run for you when you can run yourself? I want to see Lai running for me when he sees me run. Anyway, it's my famous. Hey! Anyway. Yeah, okay, so these are the most important thing, the correct way of standing, sitting, and correct way of walking. Okay. But most of the young girls, for example, if you can drop anything, you see, there are etiquette in almost everything. And etiquette is simply the rule that governs anything we do becomes etiquette. You see how she, but put it down and do it wrongly first. No, in front of you, do it wrongly. Yeah.
In front of you.
Yeah, in front of.
So let the camera pick it.
Okay. So when you bend like this, that's a no-no. Very wrong. If a boy is standing and she's wearing a skirt, then it's free show.
You see, you have just explained why the Muslims don't allow the women to be in front of them.
Thank you. Because of the bending.
That's it.
Yes, because they don't know no etiquette in picking up things.
Exactly.
So they don't want a lady to bend in mini dress or something. So
and you know, ladies too, I mean, awkwardly, I'm sorry if you're eating, but you know, menstruation and things. Sometimes you don't know if your cycle changes and then there's a drop. Can you imagine bending like this?
Can you, what somebody will see?
Because if you're standing, maybe it's not obvious. But the moment
bending
you bend,
to pick something.
Yeah.
So the etiquette of picking things on the floor, you have to stand at the right of the thing, and then you bend and you pick. Instead of, so you squat rather. This is squatting.
So even the squatting, you don't have to stand behind the thing.
No.
You have to stand beside.
It's nicer. Behind, you may go like this, even squatting, to reach it. But if it's here, it's straight
easy.
and easy, and you still look poised. That's all. So let's do what she said. Put it in front and squat, and let's see. Squat and pick. You see, it's still very clumsy. Do it on the side, and let's see the picking. You see? So it's just very beautiful, the difference. Getting it. So what we teach all these, we even teach travel etiquette. That is also very important to me. So I will not touch on dress code, which is what we ought to know. I'll go to travel etiquette because of what lots of people travel these days, young ladies, and they are in high heel shoes. Yes. And you wonder how anybody will want to be on a plane with the high heel shoes. There can be any trouble on the plane and you have to be evacuated. Where will your high heel shoe be? So
to be fair to them, I think people don't even have sneakers.
That's what I'm going
or flat shoes.
That is all you have to wear. There's no fast rules on all these things we're talking about. But you look at the classy side of things, look at the grooming side of things, and you look at how beautiful you look and things. Think about also how practical some of these things are. If you are in sneakers, jogging suit, traveling suit, it's easier for you than to be in high heel shoe. I always tell the story of getting to Amsterdam. The most beautiful lady you have ever seen was on the flight with high heel shoes. When we got down, there is something called gravitational edema. Everybody suffers from it. When you sit on the plane, your leg swells a bit because of the gravity. She didn't know. So she got down. The high heel shoe could not fit her. We saw her coming with the pairs of shoes in the hand, walking barefooted.
That's nasty.
So she had to come to baggage claim, open the suitcase before getting slippers. But if she was in sneakers or trainers, there is no way your leg would be so big that it will not fit.
To be honest, I don't know why you want to go on a plane in high heels.
Most of them now.
I've never done that. I find it, how are you going to do that?
Yeah, they do that nowadays almost every time, and then you can't say anything to somebody who thinks she knows.
But some people are also super comfortable in the heels. I mean, when they wear flats, they just can't walk. There are some people who are just addicted to heels.
But on the plane, can you imagine when they have to evacuate you and put you through that slopey thing and you are in high heel shoes? So it helps you.
What if it's kitten heels? You know, some
you can, maybe a block heel or something. But we say flat and so that people will be comfortable in that. But you can do a block heel, but not a pencil heel or
like
a long.
6 inch type.
And then it's a bit clumsy. You look very clumsy. Even can you imagine some of the planes that you have to climb stairs? The people, and you are in mini, you're giving them a free show. So you have to be mindful of all these different courtesies, different etiquettes. And once you practice all of them, plenty things, you know, you can't say all in the studio. You become just a different woman. Without you thinking about it, you start to do things right.
Pardon me, let's just take a breather. We don't have a lot of time. When we come back, we'll wrap up because you'll come back into the studio. I promise you. We'll be back shortly after this break. All right, you're welcome back to Good Afternoon, Ghana. I'm still in the studio with Madame GLADYS DESBORDES Hill, and she's etiquette consultant. Actually, the Hill is her husband's name. This one is lost to GLADYS DESBORDES Hill. Hey. Anyway, so we're wrapping up. I'm sure we'll have you again because this is exciting. I want to know other things like social media, mannerisms, phone,
table etiquette, dining etiquette is very important. Yeah,
you don't want to go to school and pay school fees now, especially when you don't have time. Some of you cannot be in school, but some things you can pick up.
Yes.
Take it seriously. Okay, so we finished with her sitting, standing, picking of items. And what else can we add maybe before we wrap up?
Yes, when you come, you will learn how to sit in a car.
Sit in the car?
Properly. The car sitting etiquette is so because most people, you put your leg in and then the other one comes, and that's it. Wrong. All the two legs
go in. No, as for me, because of my skirts, I don't like putting one leg.
So it's the skirt.
Yeah, so I will sit and then you see me throwing.
Yes, and it's so beautiful. And coming down, it has to be the same way down, and you step on your. It's so beautiful. That proper way of holding handbags.
I'm just imagining someone tearing a skirt. It will shock you. You get to the office and then you have model malfunction. You will see that next time. You will sit with your two legs.
So how to hold different handbags, how do you hold them? The tote bag, the handbag, the clouch, the dinner bags and things like that. So there are ways of holding all of them correctly.
So I showed you the picture of Joyce Bauer. You don't know her.
Yes.
So this woman doesn't know any politician in Ghana, so I'm sorry.
I didn't know.
If you don't know Joyce Bauer, you don't know anyone. That one,
I'm so surprised. Yes. I will look for her now that I have found something about her like that.
Yes.
Maybe she went to a finishing school. Some people, and here we don't have it, but there are one or two online too, and I know somebody who did the online one. It's not as same as going into a real one, yes, but it can help. Like I see you and you look already like somebody who is poised.
Attended a finishing school.
So some people.
My grandmother was my finishing school.
They slap your back.
I'm telling you,
to do correct
she was fine. Yes. I mean, in terms of even using left, but sometimes, especially with the Southpaw people, the grooming and the attempt to shape ends up confusing us.
Yes.
Because I know what it has done to me. So I always tell people, if your child is left-handed, leave them and rather teach them how to have good poise and good etiquettes than
but
trying
to.
Exactly. So I think those ones, maybe you learn us, help us learn
I will help you, and then we'll come to why left is even considered bad in Africa. The reason is something. We have 1 minute, right?
Yes, we do.
Because we clean ourselves with the left. That's all. I asked my grandmother. So I have a granddaughter in America. She's 23 years. She tells me that if that's the reason, then Grandma, I have a secret. I clean myself with my right hand. I said, don't ever get anywhere near me.
With your right hand?
She does that with that right hand. So the whole thing was because we use our left hand to do the cleaning, they termed the left hand as something not good. To shake, to even give gifts. Somebody can refuse it.
Yeah. Actually,
and then with even the culture we're talking, then maybe I'm finished. I always tell the story of going to a chief. That was my friend inauguration. And I had come from Lucy Clayton, so I had crossed my leg. He reached me and he said, Nana, uncross your leg first. I stopped talking to the man for months. I was so embarrassed. So I had to do like this before. And I just learned that even in court, we can't cross our legs there. Yeah. So that's why the culture has to come into the, who are you teaching this finishing school?
But our culture, is the culture that's active today, that we still recognize these.
Yes. You still can't cross your leg in front of any chief. And I hear in courtroom too, you have to sit the traditional way of sitting, 2 legs together, and that's it.
So even in court, when you're standing, there's a way of standing. You can't stand anyhow. Yeah.
You see?
I think the judge will remind you if you...
Yeah, so we have to know the difference and we blend them in. And next time, if I get the chance to come, we'll do dress code. That is very important. So we can talk about these shiny blouses they're wearing in the morning, how it's not on. It's not correct. Shiny blouse in the morning, shiny things are only for evening.
Yeah, and you know the ones with the glitter.
The glitters, you know, they have it on, plus the glitter eyeshadow. So when I come, we'll gloss over makeup too. Soft makeups for day, and I'll do that one anytime I get the chance to come and see this beautiful face again.
I'm grateful. I just can't wait to have the second bit of it. And the men will also have a share.
Yes,
yes, because men, Henry is very, very particular about it. So Henry needs it.
I will give
No,
Henry.
I'm exposing him. He needs it. Yeah. So Henry, Auntie Gladys will come and see you, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Gladys DeBordes Hill is an etiquette consultant, and then she's also the CEO for Be a Lady Grooming and Etiquette Schools. I finished in school
in Achimota.
In Achimota, right? We'll talk more about it maybe when we come and see how the enrollment looks like.
Yes.
You know. Yes. Right. So this all time will allow us. I'm grateful that within a very short, time, I was able to get you into the studio. Thank you so much. This has been exciting. I'm sure that you probably will pick 1 or 2 things when your stuff falls down as a lady over the weekend at a funeral grounds and you're picking. Don't go and do this in front of people.
Yes,
go on the side and squat
and pick it. Exactly. Oh, that's nice. Yes. You see how you did your hand and pick it. Yeah. It's already nice.
Oh, me the Messiaka was too much.
It was nice talking to you, and I'm grateful that I came.
Right, this is Good Afternoon Ghana. We're back next week with some more exciting discussions on what the economy really looks like and some more things. But of course, you will come again. Thank you. Thanks for